Alright, well, let's do this documentary thingy. I think we were over there. Oh, bit of formalities. I am named Hector LD, and I'm going to tell you a story today about, or at least try to tell a story about, N.A.D.O, a very unknown nation in the Marcus Civ .1 event. Man, it is really beautiful. A lot of work went into all of this, well, everything. But yeah, as you can see, I'm from Temperate. We were a nation that didn't really get any recognition. Man. Just wow. But today we're gonna just walk around. I'm gonna try to describe the story the best I can. And if I missed things, I missed things, but I'm gonna try to cover as much as I remember. It's been a year, of course. Should be coming up on where my nation settled down. We're called N.A.D.O. It's abbreviated for Not A Decaying Order. And our leader was Bravix. He was a very powerful man. And a very influential one as well as that. So, yeah. I think it's a good time to finally relive this event. Well, we're here. N.A.D.O property. Yeah. This is, I think, we were the nation with the second biggest property on all of Temperate. Next to Arasaka, of course. And yeah, it took us, I think, 3 days to build this thing. Or sessions, you know. It took a lot of work, and I think it came out beautiful. I'll go ahead and show you the storage room real quick. I'll just give you a tour and then I'll start going over the story. Distribution center is now closed, for obvious reason. But Marja was our storage operator. He covered a lot. None of us were allowed to come in here. Man, I remember that. There used to be a barrel here by the looks of it. I think there used to be chests lining up across this entire wall. I wonder what happened. Maybe it got raided or something. As you can see, this is where we had many of our meetings. But yeah. I'll give you the tour of the outside real quick, and then we'll start going over the story. This is a glass cage we put one of our members in. He was a tourist attraction. I don't remember his name, but he was really adamant on being it until he started making an escape tunnel, of course. That was funny. This is our little town. This is actually my house right here. Yeah, I don't think I ever slept in here before. No, I don't think I ever slept in that house. I built it out of cobblestone and mossy cobblestone. Jesus, fucking mess. This was back when I barely knew how to build. I mean, I do like the look of it. It's very rustic. Lucky Chuppy's house. I don't know who lived here. I don't remember everybody that was, well, in the nation. It's been a while. We all kind of grew apart. Yeah, here, I'm gonna dump some stuff. I don't need all this in my inventory. What else? Red Ray! Oh, man, Red Ray was a fun guy. I miss him. I wonder what he's up to. Let's see, what does he have upstairs? Ah, just a bed. Yeah, we all had great beds for some reason. Alright, I can't show that. I'm sorry. Children might watch this. This was something that our leader Bravix was building. I'm not sure what he was building. It's definitely interesting. I think he was trying to build a tower of sorts. But I don't know. Oh, our wall, by the way. We had a very nice wall surrounding the entire property. Man, look at that. Shaders and everything. Somebody built a pumpkin here. I can't recall who it was, but they were very happy about building this pumpkin, and I guess they built it. Oh, little notebook. Oh. Ba 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 ba. Oh, yeah. This is our farm. I don't think it survived the war or the test of time, really, at all. I don't think anything here really stood the test of time. But yeah. You lost his memory, got drug. Alright. Coal sheet. Oh yeah, these are our animal farms. Yeah, I don't think any of the animals made it out. And then this was our little campfire roundabout that I built for us, just to have small meetings with other nations. No, I did a lot of negotiating with other nations, now that I think about it. I think, this was Ray's restaurant. Oh, Ray. Oh no, it was Avocados. Avocado built this. You can't use VC. Use the community sign. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was like a KFC avocado built or something, or this was just his house. I don't know. I'll close the door in respect. Oh, our neighbors. We were the neighbors of the ants. Or the worker ants, yeah. You know, the guys with the dog. Yeah, they were pretty chill. We didn't really interact with us much, though. Alright, I think I've gone over everything. So I'm just gonna... Oh, and our mine. Yeah, our mine was only for the daring. Yeah, I don't think anybody died in that mine. But yeah. Oh, and our campfires. I don't know. Alright, well, let's go over my story. So, little context. We're gonna go into the pre-server lore for a second here. I started doing civ events. Like, this was my first civilization event. I just got my computer, and I got invited to join this N.A.D.O team. Never heard of them before. I was just starting out, and Bravix was saying, hey, we're looking for people who want to join. You want to join us? And out of boredom, I just said, yeah, sure. So yeah, I joined them. I get to know everybody. I can't remember everybody's name, but Bravix. There was a guy called Not A Cult Leader, who was a leader of another team called Not A Cult. And Bravix was the leader of a organization called Decaying Order. So they mixed those two together, and we got Not A Decaying Order for this event. So yeah, I think that was pretty much the pre-event. Alright, now on to like what happened when we first started. We spawned over there, where I spawned at the beginning of the video. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but based on my memory, that's where everybody spawned in on Temperate Island, and everybody started rushing because everybody already had plots set out before the event started. So everybody just wanted to get to their plots and start building, right? Well, we get to ours, we start setting up camps and chests, and Bravix puts down the blueprints for the church, as it's shown here. But yeah, we immediately started having issues with people constantly running through our lands, just stopping, stealing our stuff, and then right here, where the little town is, right over there, there was, I think, I don't remember, but it was some people over there. They were setting up here as like a little resource camp, just to kind of like get their bearings, and we were not very happy about that. At least Breivik wasn't very happy about that. So that's when we started building this wall. We started just randomly throwing up blocks. I think these dirt blocks were actually the start of the wall that I was building. And then we made a little platform called Friendship Deck or something. I can't remember for the life of me what it's called and that was called. But yeah, right up here, it was a little platform where that nation and Not A Decaying Order, we kind of just came together and made a deal that they could stay there, and we honestly offered trade deals, and we built a little gate right here. It's been destroyed since. We built a little gate, and we called it the trade passageway. So yeah, that was fun. That was definitely entertaining for the first day. Everybody got off for the day. There was a huge hill here. I forgot to mention. And we were all like, to Bravix, we were all, oh, we're gonna have to mine out that whole hill. And he just said, yep, we're gonna have to mine out the hill. And so some of us were working on that on day one. but we honestly didn't have a lot of resources to be putting into mining all the time. But yeah, we started working on that day one. Why is that tree on fire? Alright, that's fun. But yeah, we had people go down into the caves over in the mine that I just showed. Let me get my bucket back out. But yeah, just had people going and mining, getting resources, you know, a casual first day. Everybody's getting their bearings, figuring out what they want to do, and that's really it. Oh, okay. So day 2, we had people starting to work on this farm here. And day 2 was kind of a mess, I'm not gonna lie. We kept having people running through our area. These guys got up and left. They just went to their nation finally. So we just had this whole area to ourselves. So I'm pretty sure Bravix ordered us to start clearing out this area. And yeah, we were kind of... The reason why I'm not really mentioning the lore here is we weren't really knowing what was happening on these days. Like, I'm pretty sure, if it was coming to my memory right, sovereignty died on the beginning of day 2. Or sometime around that, and we had no idea. So we were a very isolated nation. We were putting up signs all around saying, "Kill on sight if you enter our lands," to make it so people weren't, you know, uh, invoking on our territory, so to say. But yeah, it was a real mess day 2. I can't remember what we were really doing. All I know is that we started working on the wall. We were digging it out even more. We got close to finishing the excavation. But yeah, day 2 was kind of a blur. I don't remember what happened day 2, honestly. Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Day 3. What did we do day 3? I think day 3 is when we finally got to push this all the way back. We got it all the way back there, and we started laying out all the foundation and whatnot. Bravix was really pushy on making sure we had the foundation in. Man, that sucked. I was learning how to use schematics for the first time, man. Oh, and we were also getting really mad because Arasaka being right there, yeah, we weren't very happy about that. And we kind of had like a little reputation, or like a little hatred towards Arasaka. So we started calling the tower Lava Cast, because there's no way they got it built up in all that time. But no, it's all by the looks of it. Brick, yeah. It is brick, so we were just kind of like coping, because we were just starting on our foundation for our building. And I think around that time, I think the farm finally got to this size. The pumpkin wasn't there yet. We were finishing up the wall all around. But yeah. The wall all around. It was very safe. Not a lot of people were able to run through since we had the wall. And I think we started having talks with Mudclip, who was the leader of the Gorilla Nation. He was doing a fundraiser. Oh my god, Lisp. Fundraiser for wildlife gorillas. to keep them. Yeah, to keep them safe. Yeah, Mudclip was a fun guy to hang out with. But, day 3 also kind of went by in a blur. We got about half of the church built up. We actually, I think we have a grave because people kept dying and then we'd have to get them respawned for the hundreds of death caused by this cathedral. Yeah. Oh, we also started figuring out what that was, so we didn't know that was Forgotten Grove in the beginning, because I saw them start working on this spire right here, and I was so confused. Is like somebody building a mob farm or something? No, they were building a floating island, and they were pretty much finished with it day 3, and that was definitely a sight to see. But yeah, day 3 came by. We were almost done with the church, and yeah, I think that really caps it off at day 3. Huh. Alright, day 4. What did we do day 4? We did finish the church. I actually got a picture. I climbed all the way to the top and got a picture with on the top of the tower. It's a very great picture actually. I might put it in the video just to show. But Bravix, I think that was the day he wanted us to have a meeting. Day 4. We had a meeting in here. We had a meeting right in here. And I was actually at the time, I built up a lot of trust in Bravix, so I was actually one of his right hand or left hand man, because his right hand man was over there. And we had a meeting. It was a fun meeting. Man, this is gonna be difficult to talk about. It always gets my heart jittery. We had a player named Cinda, and Bravix got word that Cinda was a Arasaka spy, and due to our minor hatred towards Arasaka, Bravix wasn't going to let that slide. So he called Syndra up. He was standing right about here. He had his armor off because of the rule, of course, with no armor in the cathedral. And Bravix was up there. Me and his right-hand man were standing right here, just watching. And when Bravix said a certain word, we just threw on our armor and killed Syndra right on the spot. But yeah, we killed a man that day. It was a bit dramatic, I'd say. It was definitely not my proudest moment in lore, because I did like Syndra. He was a fun guy, but he was a traitor, so we couldn't allow that. Yeah. Let me take my armor back off. Yeah. Day 5 was the war. The Temperate War. So, in case anybody didn't know, Arasaka had been doing a lot of bad things and putting themselves under the guise that they were the good guys and everything they were doing was right. That couldn't have been farther from the truth. And during the war, I made a book. I cringe at it, reading at it now, but I can read it for you guys. The call of the title. I think it was supposed to be the call of the truth, or something along those lines. I just don't think the title fit. But we'll read it real quick. The truth of the world. Arasaka portrays themselves as the good of the land, chosen by God to succeed. These are the lies told to the people. Arasaka are terrorists, destroying everyone who even thinks of standing in their way. First, it was sovereignty. Next, it was Everbloom. And today, it's Ocho. I don't remember what Ocho was, but I'm assuming they were very, very important. They planned to target the Templar Knights. All these nations had one thing in common. Sorry, the lisp. They're all against Arasaka, and they were destroyed for thinking so. Today, they allied with Eternum, becoming the biggest power in the island. Rise to defeat these terroristic nations. Rise to tell the true story of this world. And rise to live to see the sunrise tomorrow. Meet at Eternum Tower to fight. As you can see, I made copies, and I tried giving them out to people, but nobody would read. Because, you know, everybody was already at Eternum Tower to fight. And I started on my way over there, but in a forest somewhere, I think around over there, I ran into, or no, I remember what happened now. We actually I went all the way to the, I went all the way to the wheat fields where the fight happened. Where's the Eternum Tower? Yeah, it should just be right over there. Might be at my render distance. But I went all the way over to the wheat field where the battle was happening, or supposed to be happening. And when I got there, nobody was there except people who weren't fighting anymore. And I talked with a few Arasaka people, and they were all like, yeah, we don't really want to fight right now. And so they invited me over to Arasaka Tower to kind of like make a peace treaty. And at this time, I didn't know what Bravix was doing, actually. He was off doing his own thing. I think he told us to stay in the church during the war. But, yeah. Stay in the church. And I did the very opposite of that. But, yeah. Me and a small group of Arasakans and people, stragglers from other nations who didn't want to fight in the war, we all turned all the way, walking across the entire map all the way back to the Arasaka Tower. And I'll show you where we met. I think it was the leader of the creator of the church. He decided he would defend the church while the war was happening. And during this time, nobody knew what was really happening in the war. There was death messages everywhere, left and right. Both of the leaders dead. Everything in shambles. Almost every single major leader was dying. But, yeah, let's head inside. And I'll show you where exactly I was at. So, just give us a second here. Level 3 is the church. The church. Hell, you can recognize this one. I'm sure. This was kind of the main focal point for the Arasaka lore. I now realize. Don't know why there's a chicken in here, but yeah. Church guy, he showed me around. We got to know each other a little bit, and eventually I decided, hey, I'm gonna head back. I think Bravix is starting the call for me, realizing I'm not at the church anymore. So we bid each other well. He stays to defend the church, and I head down. This is when... Oh wow, I just realized they planted so many cherry trees since we were here last. I meet Bravix right over here. He's running with a group of our men, and... Oh man, this sucks. Run with a group of our men during the war, and he says, during the war, we're going to attack and kill every single Arasakan that's still inside this tower. And, well, being a follower that I was to Bravix and being directly under him, I follow along. We charge back inside the tower. And, well, we start killing people. I think 3 individuals died in here to our hands. Few escaped. And I knew there was one person that we missed. The guy who's defending the church. So, regretfully, I just start walking. It was actually very dramatic for me, for some odd reason, even though it was very quick. With my sword drawn out and my armor on, wearing an Arasaka shield to blend in. Just walk up to him, and he greets me. And then I just start attacking him. He, well, obviously runs. I, being very, very bad at PvP at the time, chase him, chase him, chase him. He mines through a wall, and I lose him. He goes down a few levels, and I see him running off in the distance. So, I regretfully, to whoever that was, I do apologize. I was acting on orders, and hope that you're doing well now. I do regret that. But yeah, let's just head back down. I head down, and I meet up back with Bravix and the gang. They apparently were able to kill a few more people since last I saw them. So we head out, trying to find a few stragglers on the outskirts. I think we get 1 or 2 more people right outside the tower, because we blocked it off. This whole thing was blocked off, so not a lot of people could leave. They were smiting through the walls to get away. Yeah. We were just killing Arasakans left and right because, well, they were the bad guys. I don't think we needed much else explanation. But it started raining, and it was turning night. I had to go run off and do something for 10 minutes, and told them I'd be right back. So Bravix and his little gang, they go out to a small leaders meeting to after the war. The whole war's done at this point. And all the smaller leaders, they're starting to realize, oh, who's gonna run everything? What are we going to do? And I don't have a lot of information on what happened there, but from what I know, almost every leader there was killed, including Bravix. So I come back, word is Bravix dead, and my heart drops. I'm like, what are we gonna do now? Who's gonna lead us? And they say to me that I'm the new leader. And I freeze. I don't know how to lead. I'm a kid who joined this just for fun. And I had no idea this is what we were going to be getting ourselves into. Every leader on the island is dead. Everything on our entire team is now relying on me and looking at me for what to do. And fuck. I tell everybody, I tell them, just regroup, go back to the church. We're hiding from the war. And so that's what everybody does. We all run back. We regroup. I think we lost almost half the nation. I think it was a group of 20 of us and only 10 survived. Man. But yeah. I was now the leader of our nation. And I didn't know what to do on day 5. But that's not where it ends. Day 5 was a chaotic mess. We get word that Mudclip wants to have a meeting. And I and everybody else on the team was very skeptical because everybody's been dying lately. Yeah, no, everybody's been dying today, and we didn't want to leave, but I knew if we didn't do anything right then and now, another fight was just going to break out. More people dead, more death. So I agree to meet Mudclip with a few other leaders of straggling nations. Or some of the smaller straggling nations that he allied. So, yeah, I take two of our strongest people with me. Ravix's old right-hand man, and now my right-hand man, and I think it was somebody else. I can't remember their name. We head over here, and we start having a small meeting right under this gorilla. Mudclip's going on about everybody's out of control, it's gone mad. So there's an audience gathered out there. He gives us these shields and tells us he's going to start a speech to kind of bring the peace back, because everybody's been going, it's been an insane day. Nobody wants to fight anymore, and just we want peace. So Mudclip, me, and a few other leaders, or leaders of whatever left they could lead, we come out here. I stand over here. Ugh, man. Mudclip starts making a speech. I don't remember what the speech was, but here's to sum it up. I had some of my people out there too, so they could know what happened here. Mudclip started going on a speech about how people were going crazy, the war wasn't ever going to end, and that we needed control. He proposed to do a police state. He proposed to capture and force everybody on the Temperate Island to stay in line, to follow orders, to just to just I don't know. It was very aggravating. Me and the other leaders, we started accusing him, saying this isn't what we signed up for. Me and the other two that were standing up here beside him, I pushed him, saying, Mudclip, this isn't what we were here for. We're trying to cause peace, not order. And he just looks at us like we're fucking crazy and just ignores us. So we start pushing him back here, and then he just starts attacking us. I attack, I yell at my people, my right hand men to attack Mudclip, and I fall in the hole.